it's her D Mercy, your chief grief crusader. Woo-wee! It's been a week. It has been a week. Literally, I probably done 15 hours talking about grief, you know? Just not even being on the phone, but when you love what you do, you just love what you do. I'm the host of Redefining Grief podcast. Hey, Miss Sandra. Hey, sis. Ooh-wee. This has been a week. This has been a week, and my vocals feel it. This has... Woo! Woo! We made it to our day to talk about grief. Listen, I have to admit, now, Jazz, you know I love to sing, and I think I sound like Whitney, but this week, all the talking I've been doing, I can't say that I sound like her no more. I need to put my voice, my vocal cords after my masterclass tomorrow night.
Voice rest.
Rest. This is
Voice
going on rest.
You need to go on voice rest. You got to.
I got to. I've never had
Can you
to
hear
go
this
on
noise
voice
outside?
rest. Huh?
Can you hear? It's like a noise. Somebody's drilling something or something. Let me know if you hear it. If so, I'll close my window.
No, I don't. Hey, Sandra. No, I don't. I don't hear anything.
Okay.
You cute.
I had to record a video today, and I've been on Zoom calls. And then I literally, I'm not going to even say I slept. I took a nap. When I was watching the sun come up, and I was like, Lord, this is really what you want from me today? So I had to spruce myself up a little bit. Spruce myself up a little bit. I said, I'm going to be on live with Dean. I got to be, you know.
Well, you know the thing about coming into the space of her, Dean, I just want you to keep it 100. I'm not really, the bonus is that you cute, but what I'm really checking is that soul.
Yes.
The soul gotta be right, because that's your home.
I had my little wand curls in earlier this week, and they, you know, they lived their best life. So now I was like, okay, we're gonna go ahead and just pull this on up here.
Put it on together.
Give the people a little something different, you know.
Woo! Let me tell you.
Yes.
Jazz, I am just so amazed when you decide that you're going to live out your purpose, and not look back, not worried about what tomorrow may bring, deal with the unresolved grief, get it all tired out. Listen, before Purposeful Living, I had a voice and I was able to sound like Whitney everywhere I went. Now Purposeful Living has come into my life, baby. It's taking my vocals, y'all. It's taking my vocals.
That's hilarious. I love it. I love it. So it'll change you. Change you, and it'll change somebody else if you do it right.
I know, girl. Let me tell you. So now it just sounds like
That's not my gift. I know. I have a cousin who could sing, and every time she sing, I'm like, okay, all right, God, that's not for me.
Let me tell you something. I had to grieve. I had to grieve that God did not give me vocals, and this is serious.
Okay.
You know, because I feel the music. I feel it, like the way I sing in the shower, the way I sing in the car, the way I sing and romanticize my husband, boo. I just don't understand. And I am convinced that when they took my tonsils out at 7, they did something to my singing vocal cords.
They took you with, they said no. But you know what? They couldn't give you all that goodness.
I'm going to shame the devil and the doctor that did it, right? I'm going to sing anyhow.
I harmonize very well. I harmonize. Like if you on tune, I can harmonize with you. Just don't let me set it off. Don't let me be the one to start. Just don't. I don't. I'm like me. No. I'm flat. Okay.
Oh,
to thy
Lord,
own self be true. To thy own self be true.
Okay. So let's get this party started and
Let's
talk
go.
about
Let's go.
truth and grief and everything that I love about being the host of Redefining Grief podcast.
I love it.
Being the trailblazer as far as creating a masterclass in the grief arena that's gonna leave you ready. Like, you know how you attend some masterclass and you don't leave with substance? Nah, nah,
Yeah.
nah, nah. That ain't me. You're
I
going to come
love it.
to my free masterclass. Let me plug it in right here.
Yes.
You're going to come to my free masterclass that's happening tomorrow. It is
Yes.
happening tomorrow night, Eastern Standard Time at 7.
That's 4 o'clock for my LA folks.
Okay. And it is her D. Mercier Master Class. I'm going to pin it. Because
Yes.
I don't want to be distracted whether or not I said it, because that right now what is important is our chat.
Yes.
And so can you please let the people know, before we even get into your truth, can you let the people know who you are and what you do and what is your purpose for living assignment? Give it to them plain.
Yes. Well, my name is Jazlyn Denise, and I always say I am a lot of things. But for the purpose of this conversation, I am a prayer coach and consultant. And what I do is I help women begin, transform, or improve their prayer life. It doesn't matter where they are in their walk with God. It doesn't matter how long you've been a Christian, been praying, not been praying, haven't been prayed. There is always something that you can do to help improve your prayer life. And so that is where I step in, and I have found my truth and my purpose is through my stories, through my life, and knowing God's grace and mercy, how he has allowed me to overcome, and just sharing that wisdom and knowledge with other people. So that's a little bit about me and my purpose.
That's not a little bit. That's all divine and glorified. Because I know before you got to that purpose, there was some mess. And before we get to the mess and the truth and your truth, see, the thing about your truth and you telling your truth, nobody can tell you about your truth because it's not in their DNA. Hello, somebody. So let me train everybody that's coming into our live, that is coming to our live. We're going to keep it 100. We're going to keep it 100. Now, we want to know what city you're from as you come in, whether you're watching the replay or watching it now. Just drop what city are you from? What city are you repping? And then I'm going to just keep it 100 with my sister now. You see the master class. You can register for Dallas is in the house. Hey, Rose.
Hey, Dallas.
I love Dallas.
When I was in Loveland, Dallas, you know, I was driving on the freeway. I'm gonna tell you a story about Dallas real quick. I was driving on the freeway in Dallas, and I was by myself. I had attended a conference out there, and it started pouring down raining while I was on the freeway. And I said, Lord, I know you did not bring me to Dallas to kill me, so let me just go.
You prayed that away.
I said, Jesus, you ain't brought me to Dallas to kill me. I know you didn't. So we gonna make it back to this hotel room in this little bitty car I'm in, okay? Oh, yes.
Dallas is nice. I was Jameson, my husband, the love of my life. Hey, Plantation. Hey, Los Angeles. He plans every 2 years. We do like a 21-day road trip all over the world with the kids. Yeah. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
And our very first one, we drove from Florida to Dallas. Last year we flew into Maryland, went to not to California. We haven't been to California yet. We went to Canada. We went camping, girl. My husband got us camping, y'all.
I don't do camping.
But listen, you got to check out his page called Creole Adventures with a C. You got to check it out because he does a spin on it and put mental health with it. Baby, it is fire. If you think I'm bad, wait till you meet my husband.
Okay. I'm going to check it out.
Check it out. Creole Adventures.
Hey, Tam, I see you guys logged in.
Oh, you love Camping Rose? Go check out Creole Adventures, y'all. Go check out Creole Adventures. Dr. J will probably be in here. He's actually doing a live over there right now. I was just teasing him in his live, talking about, hey, sexy.
Let him know. Let them
So
know.
it is not about Dr. J tonight and talking about grief. He had his day on Sunday. It's about my girl Jazz. Jazz, this is my opening question. What is your truth?
Ooh, my truth. My truth is I am a true definition and reflection of God's grace. Because I'm telling you, when I say folks should have wrote me off, could have wrote me off, might have wrote me off, I wanted to quit, I thought about quitting, I tried to, all of that. Prayer is my saving grace. I say that to everybody. It truly is my saving grace because I'm content with who I am. I'm content with being by myself. I think I've been in, however long we've been in quarantine, my best friend, she's on here, she says it all the time. She said, I think you're the only person who don't want to come out of quarantine. Because I was like, girl, I'm living my best life. It's me. I love me. I love me. And so I get to spend all this quality, quiet time with me. Honey, I love it. So that's really like, that's my truth. I don't, I'm trying to find the best way to put this. I'm not afraid of what happens in my silence. I'm not afraid. Like, I don't need music. I don't need a television. I don't need I don't need nothing. It could just be me. And I don't need a phone, just me. I'm okay. And I'm fine with just that. And so I'm glad that I've become content with that. And for as long as I can remember, I think that's always kind of been who I am. I'm not an only child, but my sister's 16 years older than I am. Mm-hmm. And so I grew up as an only child. Mm-hmm. And so I learned how to be by myself long time ago. Mm-hmm. So this time has really just been very defining and helpful for me. Yeah.
She's not afraid. She's not afraid of her silence. Let me tell you something about grief. And for those of you who are new to the chat, whenever someone in the community called Grief Crusaders, because I'm the chief Grief Crusader, and I have a community called the Grief Crusaders. And they listen to the podcast, Redefining Grief, and we talk about all things grief, not the boring way, because I'm in this street making
sexy
look sexy. I'm in this, I'm in the streets making grief look sexy. How? Yes. Go check out the podcast. It will change your mind and have you think like, oh, I made it through. You know, they got my vocals.
Bring it back.
They got my vocals.
Come back.
Talking about grief this week got my vocals. It normally comes out sounding like Whitney. I promise you.
But not right now.
You. But the truth of the matter is that silence piece. What I teach and what people don't understand is they are afraid of silence because what silence brings up is what your soul is actually thinking and feeling. And so one of the things that people do when they don't know how to deal with their unresolved grief, they mask it by being busy. They mask it with a job title. They mask it by saying they need a man to get right or need a woman to be right. They mask it. Just if I have another child, even if it's with a deadbeat dad, they mask it. Woo! That's a pow. That's the new type pow. Pearls of wisdom. So we breaking the grief chains today, Jazz.
Yeah. And I think like another thing for me, I tell people like when you can't sit in silence, because that's a big part of prayer, being able to sit in silence. And when you have a conversation with God, it's not about you always talking. You have to take a minute and listen. You got to listen. And if you are not having silence, he's not going to talk to you while you got the radio blasting. He's not going to talk to you while you talking. He going to wait. Like, sit down, shut up, and listen. Okay, you ready? Cool. And so you have to have that silence in order for you to even process that, because it tells you in the Bible when Elijah, he did not come in the earthquake. He did not come in the wind. He did not come in the fire. He ain't got to do all that. He gonna wait. Okay, all that's over. I'm gonna come in this still small voice, and you're gonna have to hear what I'm saying. And it's a big part of it. You have to be able to sit in that silence. Sit. Every day.
You know, when I'm having
shut up and listen.
When I'm having sessions with clients, or whether it's speaking events, whatever it is, let me tell you, they don't like to be in that comfort of when I ask a question and they answer and I just sit in silence. It's uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable because what is she thinking? I'm not thinking nothing. I'm just giving you time to process what you just released. Heavy stuff.
Yeah.
I'm talking about heavy stuff.
You ain't always got to be making noise.
You don't. But you know what? What people don't realize, the noise of your life, no matter how it shows up, knocking at your door, the divorce, the bankruptcy, the illegal issues, your boo going to prison, your boo coming out of prison, the man who beat you down.
Yeah.
All of those things, they're the noise, right? That's the noise. And this is what I want to treat. And this is what I'll be teaching in my master class tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is you can't get to purpose without dealing with the unresolved grief. That
and
hurt.
Sometimes your purpose is in that grief.
Woo! Say it ain't so. Let a true manifestation right now, sis. Wifeidence. Wifeidence was birthed out of a grief story. My man is the bomb.com, and I ain't afraid to say it. Dr. Jameson Mercier, the love of my life, who helped me father 3 kids, and we have fun doing it, baby. Let me tell you something. He is the love of my life.
I love it.
But as a wife, I forgot to put on my mask. In 8 years of go to our couples podcast. You'll hear that story called The Couples Council. I'll say how I developed the wife. I think the episode is Meet the Wife Mentor.
Okay.
And so the truth, to make a long story short, is I have forgot to put on my mask. And in forgetting to put on my mask, about year 7, year 8, I looked in the mirror and did not know who I was. So I thought the solution was, boo, you got to go. Listen, the truth, I'm telling my truth.
Yeah.
I'm telling my truth.
Because you like, it can't be me. It got to be you.
It got to be you. But the truth of the matter is I should have been looking in the mirror way before.
Yeah.
And I didn't stop. I was so busy putting a mask on him. I was so busy putting a mask on the kids. I was so busy putting a mask on the career. I was so busy just being busy. That I did not put a mask on me. And almost lost the good thing that God packaged up. And gave to me. That's my truth. That is my truth. But thank God he realized that I am a good thing and said, baby, let's just go to counseling. I don't know what's wrong with you, but we need some extra help.
Help me, please.
I can laugh about it now. I've been through it. I'm restored. Put back together
good.
and came out with a brand.
That's good. That's good. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Yeah, I hope y'all catching all these. Would you say the pearls of wisdom? All these pals.
Yes, these pearls of wisdom. And you talked about,
how you mask everything. And so for me, one of my things that came out of it, not this part, but so I'm not married. I don't have a love of my life in that form. That ain't me. Not yet.
Not yet. Let's claim that part of it.
Praise be to the Most High. Not yet. But it is so funny that So in the book that I wrote that's going to come out soon, the Prayer Playbook, I talk about my yearning for wanting to become a wife. And my mother read the manuscript and she said, my mother, who I talk to at least 5 times a day, said, I never knew you wanted to be married so bad.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, because I am this whole season of my life, I am being so transparent. It's scary for me. But I'm like, you know what? I don't care. And so I posted a picture. I wear this ring. And I bought this ring December 2018. And I said, I'm going to wear this ring until God decides to have my husband take it off. And I wrote a whole little script, not script, but I wrote my feelings in that moment about how I have always been confident in who I am. I have always been I'm not going to settle. I have always known what I want and do not want in a man. And those things have evolved as I've evolved as a person naturally. And I've always had good role models as men, like my grandfather, my father, my uncles, my cousins. So I'm grateful for that. And I know that that is not everybody's story or everyone's truth. But for me, because I know a good man, I know that one is not. I could tell a fake from a phone.
Come on, you need to rewind. When you rewind and slow down, give it to them slow and easy, because I don't want no one to miss it. Just rewind, and say it again, sis.
Woo! I know the real from the fake. It's easy. I can see it. I know what the real look like. I know what it talk like. I know what it eats. I know what it says. I know what it smell like. I know what it's gonna do. I know what it's not gonna do. So if that ain't it, it got to be fake. It's like when you take the fake chain and the real chain and you drop it down. One gonna float, one gonna sink. You got to know which one is which. And so I know that, and I'm grateful for that. And I've always said I would never settle because I don't want to settle. I could have settled a long time ago. I could have been married to a couple of folks, but that wasn't my choice. I wanted to make sure that it was the right person. Tia's on here clapping because she gave me a whole word the other day about that. Because I used to say I could marry anybody and make it work. And I used to really say that.
Thank you, Tia, for saving her. Thank you.
She's also a licensed clinical social worker. Shout out to Tia.
Girl, you got some good friends.
I do. I tell you, we're gonna get on that in a second. But we're gonna ping that. We're gonna put a pin in that one right there. Put the pin, drop the pin right there. But I used to always not mask the fact that I wanted to be a wife. I just never talked about it. People who were close to me knew that. But if you didn't know me, you thought I wanted to be single. And when I posted that, I had so many people reach out to me and said, I never knew you wanted to be married. I always thought you were happy single. I always thought I would take myself on dates on Friday nights. I would go to Ruth's Chris. I would go get a massage. I would go to the movies, and I would go to Barnes and Nobles. And the people at Ruth's Chris knew my order, like faithfully. The waiter is so funny because he and I have developed a friendship, and he was like, do you have any friends? And I said, what? And he said, you are in here every week by yourself. And sometimes I would take my son with me, but if not, that was my date night with myself. And people thought that's what I wanted. And I said, that is what I wanted. But what no one knew is what I wanted to do with my husband. And I had to be honest and transparent about that, because I felt like if I don't tell people this, they won't know. And there's somebody else who's probably feeling the same way. Now, granted, I done had a couple of relationships since 2018 where I thought it was the one, and Lord said no. And when I say no, he said, no.
Yep.
Halt, no. 3 weeks ago, no. Like, no. Looking for a house together, no. Like, oh, okay. But I've had to learn, like, if this isn't it, it's better. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with losing to know that the loss is only for a gain. So that's my single dance
Listen, let me tell you, sis.
My singleness.
As I'm thinking about this and I'm thinking about the ring, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many countless times, if there was a job that I wanted, and I said, you know what? I'm going to move in faith. I'm going to go and buy the outfit that I'm going to wear the day that I get the job. I'm going to go and I'm going to buy the outfit the day, my first day, and I'll just leave it up in the closet.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're doing is manifesting it, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. And I said, I got this ring and it's a cross. And I said, this is for me to remember that God has given me a promise and that his promise will not come back a veil. And so if for nothing else, when I have this on until my wedding ring is on, I know that God, that's who God created me to be. He created me to be a wife. And I said, more than I wanted to be a mother, more than I wanted to be successful, more than I wanted to $1 million, which we're going to make it together. But more than I wanted any of that, I wanted to be a wife because that's who I am. It's not who I want to be. It's not who I think I am. It's not who I strive to be. It's who I am. And that's not going to change. And so because that's who I am, God is not going to fail me. Hey, boo. And Janelle, yes, you are in the right place. Yes. I'm okay with losing. Yes. Can you send that to me, please? Because I need to make sure I put that on the post.
Okay. I got you. Let me tell you.
Janae. But that's one of the things. And then I really, we could talk about that, but since I got my folks on here and I talked about friendships and you said I have some good friends around me, and I have always prided myself about that. I have friends that I've had since kindergarten. Good. And I was watching your live earlier, and you were talking about when you have people who from 1988 is talking about the same things. I have people from 1988, but we're not talking about the same things. And I'm so grateful that I have been able to grow with my friendships and that we have been there to support each other. And I've never had issues with women. I've never been one of those women who's like, I don't trust women. I don't like women. I don't deal with women. And I don't. And let me tell you why is because I am never in competition with another woman.
That right. Let me tell you something.
Ever.
One time I went to work out in my coach. I love boot camps. I love things where I'm pulling and feel like I'm just superwoman, right? And my coach he compared me to another sister out on the field trying to get our sexy back. And I remember telling him, baby, I don't compare crowns. Because I wear my own, and my crown can only fit on my head. Now that's a power.
Right. And you know what I say? I say is we are not competition, we are compliments. Because if I don't compliment my sister, if I don't compliment the person sitting next to me, if I don't compliment, then we in the wrong place. We in the wrong business. We doing the wrong thing. It should be a compliment. I want to make sure I'm complimenting you. When you ask me to come somewhere with you, I want to compliment you. When you ask me to come on your live, I want to compliment you. When you ask me to join you in something, I want to compliment you. I don't, because here's the real deal is we can all have the same ingredients to the cake, but we all gonna make it different. So I could give you my sauce. I could because at the end of the day, the sauce is me.
Yep.
I don't have to hide nothing. When you ask somebody, oh, where'd you get that from? Oh, I'm from Walmart. I got it from over. I'll tell you, because you can put it on. It ain't going to look the same. And it's not supposed to. No. And the reason why I truly believe I have been so blessed in my life is because I give. I will give my last. I will give my all. I will give my anything. I will give you my knowledge. I will give it all to you because it's not going to stop me from getting what he has promised me. So I give. If I have knowledge, I'm going to give it to you.
You know, let me tell you my truth.
I am the sauce. Send that to me, Janelle. I am the sauce.
My truth is the way that I am going to beat death is leave an imprint of my words and my wisdom.
Yeah.
on this planet
Yeah.
that is so deep down in the souls of the pits of the sisters that I meet,
Yes.
that when it comes back, it will come back from generation to my
Yeah.
blood.
Yes.
And so
Yeah.
I'm not afraid about giving the sauce. I'm
Never.
not afraid about telling you how I got from grief to purpose.
Yes.
I'm not
Yes.
afraid of telling you how I went through hell to purpose. I'm not afraid of telling you shit. I felt like just dying. I asked for death, but God
Wow.
showed me that I still had purpose.
Yeah. Yeah. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't be here.
I wouldn't. That is my honest truth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I meet a lot of people, they like to put themselves together wearing that mask. The makeup, the eyelashes, the hair.
Yes. All the
know,
time.
wearing that mask.
Yes.
And in wearing that mask, baby, it's just an empty shell.
Yeah. What are you covering up? What are you hiding? That's why I started doing the Transparency Tuesdays. I was like, look, y'all gonna get me without lashes, without these brows on, without my hair done, whatever happens when this camera come on, that's what you're gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
And I started doing that because I think so many times we get so caught up in what we see and not realize that it's not real. Reality TV ain't real.
No, it's not. It's scripted.
And
so you can't tell
really,
me that you think that's friendship. I don't get it. Not in my area.
Right. And so I started doing the Transparency Tuesdays because of that. As I was like, look, y'all gonna get this real uncut, and I don't know how long I'm gonna do it until God tells me to do otherwise. But that was the reason why I started that. And like I said, it's two sides. I'm very black and white. Either you know me, and I don't have friendships that I can't trust, or you don't know me. And I don't know, my boo Michelle, if she's still on here. These are the friendships that I have. I mean, my friends on here can tell you passwords to my alarm, my bank account, because if I can't trust you with my everything, I can't trust you with my nothing.
Come on.
But Michelle and and that's because I am the same way. So I was helping her plan her wedding, and I tell her she got married at my wedding because literally I was like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna have this here, I want this here. And I was like, okay, now here go the bride. And they was like, oh, it's her wedding. Okay. All right. I was like, yeah, she got married at my wedding. Uh-huh. And so I know all her passwords. Yeah, you in here, boo. Okay, so I know all of her passwords. So we sat down, and I don't remember where we were or what they asked, but they asked for her social security number, and she looked at me. And I was like, girl, I don't know your social security number. And she said, why? You don't? And I was like, no. But I'm saying, like, those are the people that I have in my life to where, exactly, like, I have the people in my life to where they think I know their social security numbers, and if they know mine, I don't care. Because I have to trust you with my all, because I'm too open. And that's me coming out with this transparency stuff is hard, because either you know everything or you don't know nothing, and everything you think you know, you got to explain what you need to know. It. I think you had to give it to me, and I was like, girl.
Jazz, you know, this is so, I just got to make sure I saw a question come up. I don't know if you see it. Help me out in my vocals. I think it is right here.
You said, Tia said I attract those people because I am that person. And that's exactly true. Like it's either all or nothing with me. I can't have fake friendships, half friendships. We this kind of friend. No, we either friends or we ain't friends.
Yeah.
How do you stand in the middle season of life knowing that God has given you a desire for more? I'm going to tell you, if you ask God a question, he will give you an answer. Now, I will tell you that the answer may be no. I will tell you that the answer may be not right now. And if it's not right now, no, or if it's no, it's because he has another plan. So I tell people, and this is what I coach people on, is to ask God, what is his will? And he may even show you that, and it just might not be the time for it. So ask him for the time, because sometimes he will show you the promise, but he will have you in preparation. So if God tells you you're going to be a homeowner, that don't mean you go out and get a loan today, because you might get a $300,000 loan and he's trying to give you $1 million loan, but you just got to wait and build your credit up and get your money saved. So he will give you the promise, but he will not allow you to have the promise until you have been prepared. Because if you can't manage 100,000, you can't manage 10. I think Patrice posted this earlier. If you can't manage $10,000, you can't manage 1,000. I mean, if you can't manage 1,000, you can't manage 10,000. So you have to be prepared for where you are. And I realized in this season of my life why I had not been married at 23 when I wanted to. And it's because I would not have gone back to school and got a master's degree. I would not be sitting in front of you guys right now, because I would have been too concerned about my man and my life and my God that I wouldn't have cared about sharing it with you.
You telling it. That's a pow.
And so I had to, and this is me having these hard conversations with God. Like, I'm doing what you told me to do. I'm helping your people. I'm out here saving these souls and talking to these women about getting their lives right. I'm out here ministering to other people, and you promised me this and you ain't gave it to me. I had to tell him I'm mad. Me and you got beef right now.
You talking about anchor number 2 that I teach, that heartache, that heart,
right?
That heart.
Me and you got an issue right now, God, because I'm doing what you told me to do, and you're not doing what you told me you gonna do. And he said it's not time.